maybe 1800s, even possibly 1800s. I'm not sure, probably 1700s. They noticed a problem in the church. And the problem was they had too many men. They couldn't get women to come to church. So this is what they did. They got together and they devised a plan to change the vernacular around salvation. So instead of saying a personal relationship, instead of saying like salvation or getting saved or any of that kind of stuff, they changed the vernacular to a personal relationship. And they did that to appeal to women. And it worked too well because the church became full of women. It's starting to change now, but for years, women ran the church because we empowered y'all as men. We changed the scripture. We changed the way salvation is supposed to be done. That's why y'all walk around talking about, I don't believe in religion. I believe in relationship. No, you don't. You're religious. You're caught in the largest cult in the world. If you try to tell me Christianity isn't a religion, then you're an idiot. It is a 100% religion. It's the most followed religion in the world, which means their tactics of brainwashing and twisting scripture and all that have worked effectively. So, and I'm not just on Christianity about this. I love Buddhist philosophy. I like Buddhism better because it's not really about organized religion. It's more about, self-development. That's why I really like Buddhism. I like the Hindu religion because it is the oldest religion, which means they are closer to God, the origin of things, because of the oldest. But I don't follow that crap either because it's man-made and it's 100,000 gods. Come on, man. Pick one. Let's go. So, yeah, it's all religion. All of it is religion. So stop saying you're not religious. You are also, the Bible advocates for religion. Just Google the word religion in the Bible. Just do that, or go to a Bible app and put religion in there and see how many times, or religious, and see how many times it comes up. It's in the scriptures. So if you follow that book of fairy tales, stop saying you're not religious, because you are. You're religious, okay? So, hold on, let me do some. There we go. I gotta turn off comment on all my stuff because y'all don't know how to act right. And then you don't want to receive the truth. That's the key of church, especially African American church, because you got to understand, your religion was birthed from slave masters. I'm not saying that Christianity didn't predate American slavery. It did. And I'm not saying it wasn't in Africa. And I'm not saying that people that came here didn't have Christianity at some point. But most of them, they were in an African environment, worshiping their God the way they do. They were not introduced to Christianity. Many were, don't get me wrong. Christianity was in Africa. But that wasn't the main staple of the religion. So that was given, American Christianity and the black church was given to you by slave masters. So if you want to keep adhering to that, Paul literally says, servants, obey your masters. Like slaves. No, he don't even say servant. He says slaves. He advocated for slavery. So I don't know what it is, I guess. And it's not just black culture or black church. It's all religion. It's a brainwashing game, man. And yeah, I'm sure people have I had a real relationship with God, but I had to redefine it because I equated it to Christianity because I was raised in Christianity. So I equated everything to that, obviously. But once I really looked at it, I never prayed the prayer of salvation. I had an experience. It changed my life, but I didn't have it the way y'all said I was supposed to have it. And I just fell in line with your belief system because that's what I was raised on. That's what most people do. Most of y'all don't even realize you're only Christians because your parents were and your grandparents were. It's cultural. Now, I'm not saying people don't have true godly experiences because I definitely had one. I just don't equate it to Christianity because I wasn't in church and I didn't pray your little prayer and I didn't do any of that. I just turned my life over to a higher power, however you choose to define that. And that question was always in my mind, like, am I really a Christian? Like, or am I just following the pattern of my family? And, that's what I was doing. I equated my experience to Christianity because that's all I knew. Now, imagine if I would have had that spiritual experience. I was in the bathroom of my job at 19, August the 3rd, 1994. That's how poignant it was. But just imagine if I'd have had that experience and I was a Muslim. I was raised Muslim. Or if I'd had that experience and I was raised Buddhist or Hindu, I would have equated my experience to that religion. Y'all just stop being dumb, man. Come on, think. That's all I'm asking you to do. Think about what you're doing. Think about it. It doesn't matter to me if you stay in that cult. That's fine. If you're getting fulfilled through that, go ahead. But me, I'm going to speak on it. And people are questioning my cred. I have plenty of credibility to speak on this, more than any of y'all. I mean, at one point, I was probably the third most popular, highest paid preacher in the world. I pastored one of the largest churches. I pastored several large churches. So I got the experience. I know what I'm talking about. So y'all used to respect me. Now that I'm telling y'all the truth, y'all want to go at me. So it's cool. I'm here for it. I've always been the tip of the spear. That's why I beat people's ass all the time. Because I'm the tip of the spear. Like, if you're not doing your job and we can't handle it man to man, then yeah, we can go blow to blow. That's just who I am. And y'all can call me whatever you want to call me. I don't care. I know who I am, a fully realized man. And I take care of my shit. That's what I do. So you either get with it or you don't. And y'all can say whatever you want to say. It's cool. Because I know who I am. And I'm happy. I'm not changing. I'm not changing for anybody. This is the best you're going to get out of me. I'm done. I'm 49. What do you think I'm trying to do? I'm good. I read a book a week for 30 years. A book a week. I don't have to ever read another book again. I know more than any of y'all. Not really, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm more intelligent than the average person. I'm self-taught first. I learned it all that way first. And then I became educated. Got my doctorate degree and my master's degree. But I knew all this stuff before I hit that. Way before I hit that. Because I'm a researcher. And you're not going to pimp me and pull bullshit on me. It's not going to happen. But, think about your actions now. You give all your money to, not all, but you give your money to the church. And that's admirable because I believe you should invest and give into what sows into you. So I'm cool with that. But, it becomes to a certain point where it becomes spiritual rape. Like, from a financial perspective, you just asking the same people over and over and over and over again. That's why I stopped doing like multiple services back in the day. Like, I used to do revivals, but I saw it's like we're wearing these people out, man. We're wearing them out physically, we're wearing them out financially, and then they be putting them on fast and stuff, which is admirable. I believe in fasting. I fast maybe once a week, sometimes twice. So I get it, but my point is, it's like, it's a control factor. And it was all around money. Like, not everybody I went to was about money. I got to say that. But most of the guys I went to, they didn't want to hear me preach. They're intimidated by me. I'm a freaking beast. I'm an intellectual. I'm highly articulate. I know how to connect with people. I definitely know how to move a crowd. The bigger the crowd, the more I can move them. To this day, I can do it. Put me on a platform. Right now, with everybody knowing everything I know, I will turn that doggone arena out. I will turn it out with the same information I'm hitting y'all with. Because I got the gift. It just is what it is. I was born with it. I developed it, but I was born with a gift. It was just there. I know shit just inherently because it's my calling. My calling. And that's another thing, you can't retire as a preacher. That's the biggest bunch of horse shit I ever heard in my life. The word vocation comes from